Hello, aspiring call center agents. This is Nayumi speaking. For today's topic, we'll talk about account validation interview. So we'll talk about what is it all about, and of course, I'll give you tips on how to pass it. Alright, so yes, first is of course, we'll need to define what an account validation interview is. So of course, I provided you a presentation regarding that, so you have a reference for yourself. So yes, you can read it along with me. So account validation interview is a step during your call center application process, typically done on or before your final interview. So if you are yet at the very first stage of your interview process, like in your screening or initial interview or assessment, of course, account validation will not happen just yet. So if you already passed all of those preliminary things that you have to accomplish, then yes, you're up to account validation already. So, if you happen to be in this part, then congratulations, you did great. Okay, so as I've mentioned, we also have additional, definition in order for you to have more idea as to what it is all about. So yes, the very purpose of this interview session is to know which account or program your talents, skills, and experiences best fits. So of course, the hiring officers would really want you to be in that specific account or program where you can, fully use your potential. Okay, so this is of course being facilitated by call center companies in order for them to gauge, yes, your skill set based on how you answer their questions during that time and even during your preliminary interviews and assessments. So what do I mean by this? So of course, with the questions that you'll be answering, they already have an idea based on how you answer your screening as well as your initial interview, even your assessment. So you need to be consistent with your answers as much as possible, because if they would ask you the same question and then you have different answers to each of those, then that's something that they don't want to hear, of course. So yes, as I've mentioned, simply put, they are making sure you'll be endorsed in an account that matches with your qualification. So for example, the company you're applying for has 3 accounts. Say for example, it's VXI, of course. So for example, VXI has account A, which is a telco account, account B, which is a healthcare account, and account C, which is a financial account. So based on the result of this said interview, you'll know which account you'll be endorsed so long as you passed it. Okay, so yes, after this one, of course, I'll give you ways or tips on how you can pass this interview. Alright, so yeah, I'll give you tips right away. So yes, can you give me tips on how to nail this question? Of course. So the very first tip that I can give you, especially if you're a newbie, then yes, make Google and YouTube your best friend. So as I mentioned in almost all of my videos, like if you will search on Google, even on YouTube, just like what you're doing right now, good job, then you are making yourself prepared for this particular interview, right? So I've noticed, like, prior to creating this video, I've done my research, of course, as well, just like you people. So I also searched through Google as well as through YouTube, and that is actually why I came up with this idea that some of you guys might be expecting, might be inquiring about this particular topic as well. So yes, it's best if you prepare, and of course, the best way to prepare is to research and research and research. So what is an account validation interview, how it works, how to pass it, and such. So since you're watching this video or listening to this video already, then you're doing it already. Good job. Alright, next tip that I can give you is familiarize yourself with the accounts or programs being handled by the BPO company you're applying for. So this will give you an idea what are the possible questions they'll ask you. So as I've mentioned a while ago, if for example, VXI offers 3 accounts, you need to know what are the specific accounts they're handling. Is it AT&T, Comcast, or whatever? Okay, so you need to be familiar, right? You need to be familiar with that. Oh my gosh, pardon about the background noise, guys. So okay, I'll make this quick. Yeah. Nawala ako sa focus. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Okay. Ano ba yan? Ano ba yan? Nakakainis. Nakakainis yung ano. Okay, forget about the background noise, guys. Just focus with me. Char. Thank you. Alright, so next tip that I can give you, or by the way, with the second tip I provided you a while ago, it's best if you have someone who knows about that company, or like a co-worker, or an agent working in that specific company, so you can ask him or her, okay, what are the accounts being handled by VXI, and so they'll tell you, and so you get to have an idea. Or if you don't know anyone working in that company, then it's best if you'll ask your human resource management or the recruitment team what are the accounts being offered, so you can do prior research before this account validation interview. Okay, alright, so next step is have some idea about MAC call, especially call handling techniques, because in this part of account validation interview, you might be asked to perform short mock call, so you need to be familiar of basic call handling techniques as well. And that actually is linked to my next tip, which is to learn the basic call flow. Now, what is basic call flow? Basically, it comes with, of course, greeting, paraphrasing, empathy or acknowledgement if needed. You have to present your resolution. You need to educate the customer. You need to offer self-service option if your company offers that. You need to do recap, or you need to summarize what is it that you've talked about or what you've done during the call. And lastly, closing spiel. Okay, so that's just the basic call flow. You need to familiarize yourself of that. Okay, and with that, I will put my video about sample mock calls and then basic call flow as well, so you get to have an idea. Alright, so I'll put it in the description box down below. You can check it later. So yeah, nabibisaya na naman ako, sis. Oh my gosh, next or last tip is, yes, confidence is the key. Alright, so during account validation interview, it's not foreign people that you'll be asking, you'll be talking to. It's they're most likely Filipinos as well. So if you're a newbie, of course you're a newbie, because all of those who get to apply really in call center companies are newbies, and those who are already tenured, then they already know what the process is and they don't get to research. So yeah, I really suggest that you need to build your confidence as much as possible. Just like me, I'm not very good in English and speaking in English, but I most of the time just give myself a very confident look, like I think confident, I act confident, and so I speak confidently. And so I hope you can do that as well. Alright, so the next topic, the next question that you might have in mind is, what do you do during an account validation interview? Alright, so I will be giving you an idea, of course. So yes, as I've mentioned, the account validation facilitator will ask you a series of questions related to the program they offer. Okay? Alright. Then, of course, what will happen is that your answers will determine which account or program you'll be in. So if they see that you're unfit for the role, you lose this interview, and so the entire interview process. So in order for you not to lose this part, of course, what you have to do is to make yourself aware of the tips I provided a while ago. Make sure to follow it, and I absolutely 100% guarantee you'll pass this account validation interview. Alright, this is possibly the last question that you have in mind about account validation interview. But if you have no further questions, then just let me know in the comment section down below. So, are all call center companies conduct account validation interview? Lahat ba? So you might have an idea, but yeah, not all call center companies has this process. So the company I think that has this process is Concentrix as well as Alorica and others, but VXI doesn't have this kind of process. But they do have Burleys. If you pass Burleys, then you're most likely be endorsed in their AT&T account. But if not, then you'll be endorsed in other telecommunications account or financial accounts that they have. Alright? Okay, so that's it for today, guys. I hope you learned something out of this video. If you do, please make sure to like my page, Nayumi C. Yeah, you can research it on Facebook. My face will show up. And yeah, you can send me direct message there if you want me to refer you to the same BPO company I'm working with right now. You can also send me your details right there. Just give me your first name as well as your last name along with your your number. Or you can actually walk in. You can apply as walk-in applicant during our office hours. And so yes, please make sure to share this video. Like this video if you like this. Subscribe to my channel. And comment down below. And of course, when you subscribe to my channel, please make sure to ring the notification bell button so you get to be notified each time I post a new video. Pardon about the background noise again, guys. I'll see you again next time. Bye.